All right, we back on. We back on. All right, but continue.
Well, when she first met him and everything, she was all skeptical about it. And then I would say 2 weeks before she passed, we talked, and she's all like,
Oh
"You still?"
yeah, and my condolences to that man, because she was a good person. My
Yeah,
condolences.
she was.
Mm.
Thank you. She was like, "Are you still with Chris?" And I was like, "Yeah." And we talk every night. She's like, "That's right." Sometimes she had like a little memory loss here and there. And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
she's like, "Sylvia, I am." That was the one thing she told me. She's like, "I'm so proud of you." And I asked her, and I go, "Why?" And she goes like, "This is the best relationship I've seen you in." And she goes, "And you're still with him." And she goes, and you're just like, and you're so, and I looked at her and I go, "He's it for me, Jen." I was like, "You're the one that told me to stick it out. You're the one that told me he was a really good guy." And I'm just listening to what you said, and come to find out through the years and everything that we've been together that he is. And I'm not going to go ruin that for somebody else in Millbank because I don't want that. And she's like, "I'm so proud of you." She goes, "I can't believe," she goes, "you're so happy." She goes, "This is the best relationship I've seen you in." She goes, "I hope this lasts." She goes, I'm going to miss you when you leave." She goes, "When you move to New York." She goes, "I know you're going to be there one day." She goes, "Granted, if it's going to be with your kids, granted, if it's not going to be with your kids." She goes, "I know you will be there." And she goes, "And I will make sure of it that you get there." I'm like, "I know." But yeah, she's been proud of me ever since then. And
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my man Chris and his girlfriend Sylvia, two followers of mine. They've been followers of mine for quite some time now, and they are a long distance couple. They seen the video that I did yesterday with Miss Tamara and Abe Russell. Say, "Hey man, let's do it again." I said, "Why not? I got a little energy, so let's do it." It was recording at first, but something happened to the recording, so y'all probably gonna be lost at how the conversation is going. So we're gonna. I'll try to go back and pick up some things we talked about. So you, when I upload this, y'all can see how everything went. But yes, this is Barroso and Sylvia that I'm talking to. We already did an interview once, and this is the second one that we're doing. And thank you guys for wanting to do this again. So, Sylvia, let me ask you. You said, at first you really hesitated real bad about saying, "Hey, I don't know, this, then, and third." What gave you the inspiration to say, "You know what? I think I found it. I want this." What gave you the inspiration to do that?
when Jen told me not to shit where I eat,
Oh, okay.
because before I even got with Chris, I was out there. After 20 years of marriage, and I just was like, I just want to go out and sow my royal oats, as they would say. And she's like, "Yeah." She would look at me. She's like, "You need to stop whoring around." She's like, "You need to stop being a bitch." And I was like, "I'm not whoring around." She's like, "You know what?" She goes, "You need to stop going with guys. You need to stop bringing guys over here." And she goes, "You need to stop shitting where you eat."
Mm.
She goes, "You need to." She goes, She told me that I was looking for love in all the wrong places. That's
Mm-hmm.
what she told me. And then he popped up on my feed. And
Wow.
that's when he was like, "Respect her. She's different. She's a good girl. She's not like those other girls on the other tunes, on the other feeds. If you want that type, go to the other feed." And I realized, I was like, "Hey, I think I've really taken a liking to this guy. I mean, he's standing up for me in a video that I mean." And then he sent me a friend request, and then he sent me both his numbers, and the next thing you know, he video chat with me, and from there on, we were just talking. And as soon as we made it official, I deleted all my accounts. I deleted all my dating apps. I
Wow.
deleted all the guys
Wow.
that I was talking to. I changed my numbers. I was just like, "That's it." And she's all like, You need to." She just told me, she goes, "You need to stop and shit. You need to stop shit when you eat." That's basically it.
Let me say something. Because back when I was using these dating sites, and I think y'all met off the one called Meet Me. Was that the
Hmm.
name of it? From what Barroso told me, the last interview I did with y'all, Meet Me has upgraded big time because it wasn't doing any video stuff or nothing like that. But it came to a point that I had to leave these dating sites alone because I was seeing the same old shit over and over again in the same faces. And it's like they say they're looking for one thing, but when you meet them in person, it be something totally different.
Yeah.
But however, though, you said something that caught my attention because most people back in my time, I don't know how they do it now, but when they meet their one off the dating site, they don't delete their accounts. They still have their accounts. And a lot of time they still go sneak on them damn accounts. And then when you question them about why they on the account, you get a excuse. I was just seeing what was going on. I was just passing time. Why would you need to pass time? You got me now. I should be the time that you want to pass. So why is you still on the dating site? And sometimes it may be just harmless. People just getting on there to see what's going on. But I like what you said. I think that what a real person who's really into relationships should do. If you feel like this the one, you don't need them accounts anymore. Go. Now, you said you got rid of all the guys you talked to now. Were these guys you were friends with or guys you was actually trying to talk to get with?
No, there are actually guys that I talked to. There are several guys that live in my town that I know that were on those dating sites. There's one that was maybe miles away from me that I know that I don't even talk to anymore. I mean, I have a close friend that I've known for 15, 20 years that I have deleted him off my phone, off everything. He comes into my store every day and he's all like, so what you been up to? I'm like, talking to my boyfriend. Home with my kids.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, you say you've been friends with him for that long. Now, I don't know if I would give up a friendship that I built with somebody for that long. I mean, because that's what it is, just a friendship. But maybe you finna teach me something different. Did you let it go because y'all used to talk like you and Barroso talk? That's why you let it go, or why did you let it go?
Because we used to have a sexual relationship. We did.
Okay.
And when I met him, it totally stopped. He would come into the store asking me why haven't I not come out or why haven't I not come visit, and I told him I'm in a relationship. I have a boyfriend. Oh, where is he at? He lives in New York. It doesn't matter where he lives. It should not matter. And I was telling him, you need to know your boundaries. You need to step the fuck back.
I'm laughing because that's the old question right there. When you say you got somebody with your boyfriend there, that's the old question, man. We do it down here in Memphis. You know, we try to talk to somebody or whatnot, and we be like, well, your boyfriend there. Because, of course, you know.
Exactly. I'm like, are you really questioning that? I mean, seriously.
Because most of us, well, at least down here in Memphis, I can't speak for where you at. Most of us down here in Memphis, if we asking you that, we pretty much trying to say, well, if he ain't around right now, man, what's up? You
exactly.
know,
he was playing that. Like, I don't care if he's not around. I'm not going to drop crowds for you. I go, what we did, 10, 20 years ago? That was back then. It's like, I'm grown. I know what I want. I'm not going to settle for less. He's what I want. This is old news. No baking, nothing but just, there's nothing there. There's just nothing there.
See, now there right there.
When I was 19, I've seen relationships that I thought were going to last forever. Friends that I've known that were married for so long, and they come in the store, and I was like, oh, how's your wife? What are you talking about? We're not together anymore. I'm like, are you? They're like, yeah, she's with so-and-so. I'm like, are you with him? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, who are you with? And she comes in, and I'm like, hi. I'm like, I know you. I'm like, yeah, everybody's just getting around. So I guess I'm like, yeah, I'm not that type. I'm not that way. I don't swing that way.
Right.
Like, no.
You know, in this era, you know, different strokes for different folks. Let me ask both of y'all a question. Y'all can answer together or you can answer one by one. How do y'all feel about this? Even if y'all wasn't together and y'all saw one another flirting with another female or a male, would you find that disrespectful, or can you look past that? Anyway, y'all can go first.
I don't know. He does know I'm a little jealous. I try to control my jealousy. If a woman flirts with him, by all means, at least I know at the end of the day, he's still mine.
Well, the question would be for you, if you see him entertaining that and flirting back, would there be a problem with you?
I will probably get in her face.
Her face or his?
I mean, to be honest, and be like, well.
Wait. Her face or his?
I don't know. With him, I don't know. I don't think he's that jealous.
No. Okay, let me see if I can. Barroso maybe understand how I'm asking it. Let me see if I can explain to you how I'm asking it. Okay. You see a female flirting with Barroso. Barroso is entertaining it and flirting back with the female. Do you feel that's a type of disrespect to you?
I think it is.
Okay, thank you. That's what I was asking. Now, Barroso, the same question to you. A man was flirting with Sylvia, and you seeing this openly, and she know you can see what's going on, and you see her entertaining it. Is that disrespectful to you, regardless whether y'all together or not? If y'all trying to get together, do you find it disrespectful? I mean, I'm pretty much sure y'all together, you find it disrespectful. But let's say if y'all wasn't together, and you seeing her doing this, knowing y'all trying to develop something, do you find that as a disrespect?
At that point in juncture, not really. Only because we're not on that level. Because it's like, it's fair game until you go on that level. You know, I always say, if you're going to do hoe shit, stay hoe status. Stay single. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. You know, if you're going to be a hoe, stay single. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? You can't hurt nobody's feelings if you single and you doing hoe shit. You know what I'm saying? Because no feelings being hurt. You know?
Interesting point. That's
yeah, he told me this yesterday.
I gave her the same shit yesterday. Gave her the same thing. You do the whole shit, stay single. That's all.
Interesting point. You know, me, I think different. I think if you are doing it and you know that I'm seeing that you're doing it, I think that's blatantly disrespect. Because here's the thing. How would that look if you see me flirting to everybody? I mean, if you see me doing this and I know you see this, how could you even trust me even to be your boyfriend if you see me all over every female face? Entertain, never flirt, no matter what they saying. I'm entertaining it. To me, I think they will be disrespectful, and they probably will lose a little trust in somebody to do that. And vice versa, if you know we're trying to develop something, how do you expect me to trust you and you is entertaining people that's flirting with you? And not only that, kind of find out the same person that is flirting with you, this person has your number as well. So what's really going on here?
Of course, you know, like I said, there's levels, I guess people say there's levels to everything, you know? I mean, for me, like I said, if we not on that level, and it's kind of like, you know, part of me says, okay, you know what? Maybe I should step my game up a little bit, you know. Or, you know, if she sees something, you know, if we have the same vision, maybe she should fall back and just be like, you know what? I'm gonna rock this guy. I'm gonna give it a chance. You know, I'm gonna stop, you know, doing hoe shit, so to speak. You know, you know, that's on the other person too. I mean, you can't always trust the other person's intuition either. You know, because you know, two people may have different intuitions, different.
That's true.
Goals,
that's true.
Vision, you know.
I just put it this way: don't put yourself in that situation.
I agree with that too. I agree with that too.
Don't put yourself in this situation, and you want to go through all this.
I absolutely agree with that. And I want you to also I had an analogy I was going to use, but it slipped my damn mind. Well, Russell, you say it depends on what level that we on. I was gonna say analogy behind that, but damn, it totally slipped my mind. It'll probably come back to me, but it totally slipped my mind.
Probably after this whole thing is done, you'll say, "Yeah, that was it."
Yeah, it always happens when the shit is said and done. You just be like, "Oh hell, that's what I wanted to ask him." So let's use this analogy. If this, that, and the third, because here's the thing with me. I try not to be one of them types that just trying to bitch and complain about every single damn thing. I try not to be that type because, again, I do believe some things are not as we see it. It's not like that. And for us to always jump off the web at times something pops out, it make you look like a lunatic. And I'm far from a lunatic. But at the same time, though, I'm going to make you understand. I'm not just finna take any kind of shit. You're not finna do shit and then expect me not to say nothing about it, especially if you're doing it to the point where I'm seeing it. I'm not just finna allow you to do that.
It's almost like she's trying to do something on your time or, make an example out of you in some sort of way.
Right.
Nobody should be doing that. Nobody should be making examples out of anybody on that
exactly.
Extent.
And don't you know, I'd have had females in my life, probably a couple of them, literally said to me, and I think this is stupidest shit you could do to anybody. Sometimes I do stuff to see how far I can go with you. And I asked him,
throwing the rope out there.
Yeah, and I'm asking, why would you want to do something stupid like that? Why? Why would you want to test me like that? Seriously, you don't know if I'm a woman beater or I'm a serial killer, anything. By you testing me, this shit can end horrible.
Well, women, the thing is, most women are like, man, I hate to say this for the male species, but many women are more clever than men. Why? Because they spend their time, more often than not, watching these shows like Criminal Minds,
yes,
NCIS, and the Law and Order. It's kind of like, they're thinking already in their minds. They found 100 ways to fucking kill us and bury the body.
Man, what you said, dude. And like I said, man, that would just be some of the dumbest shit that I ever heard somebody do. I'm just gonna test you and see how far I go. I don't think nobody should do that to anybody because you gonna make that wrong test and that could be the last thing you do anything on this earth by messing with people emotions and feelings, because these days you can't fuck with people emotions and feelings, man, because that shit can be so fucking traumatic. And that's how you start these stalkers and stuff like that, because you got somebody who like you, and if you playing into them, make it seem like you like them, but you really don't, and they see you with somebody and they want to be with you. That's how you create a lot of stalkers and stuff, because you played on their heartstring. You made them think that it was going to be a reality with them, but the whole time it was a fantasy. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not advocating for nobody to be stalked. I don't wish that on nobody. I can imagine how that shit is to be stalked.
I had that in high school. I do not wish that on nobody.
Oh man, how did you handle it? How did you handle it? What happened?
High school it was the second meaningful relationship I had. Well, I couldn't say meaningful. It really grow into much because of her aforementioned stalker actions. By that I mean, calling every day, asking my brother where the hell I was at. I'm like, can I get home? Can the bus move faster than 10 miles an hour? Can the bus actually stop at red lights?
Well, you must have given it to her. God, she was stalking you like that.
I was 19 years old, 18 years old. What are you talking about? This is 16 years old. I ain't giving nothing. Oh,
you just gave her those words.
It's like, it's like my brother. I come home every day. My brother's like, it's girl keeps falling for you. Girl keeps falling for you. I'm like, it's getting to a point. I'm about to pass her off to you, man. Fuck this, man. That's for him, man. It's my older brother, mind you, and I'm like, I'm not that stuff.
Oh man,
I don't got time. I don't got time for this, you know.
I don't think I ever had a stalker, but they doing it, man. I promise you, I don't want it. I don't want it. That's why I try to be upfront with a lot of people.
One time, I think it was the third week, we were like, I guess dating, waiting for me at the damn bus stop. I'm like, oh no, nothing. Oh no, nothing. That's not start taking the train home after that. Fuck that bullshit.
Chris, I told him I had a stalker. I was at work one day, and there's this older. I got home from work, and this older fella come through the parking lot, and I was talking to one of my ex-coworkers that used to work there. We're talking about the cars or whatever, and he comes pulling in. He's all like, "So, are these apartments 2 or 3?" And we're like, "Well, there are 3 apartments." "Oh, how can I get into one of these apartments?" And I was like, "Well, you got to talk to the landlady. She's the only one that can show the apartments." And I told him which ones were vacant. He's like, "Oh, so that's upstairs and downstairs? Oh, you live in this one?" I'm like, "Sure." Okay, so 3, I would say about a couple of days have passed. He had come to the store, and he looks at me and goes, "Oh, I was thinking about you today." And I looked at him and was like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "Yeah, I got some furniture. Would you like a couch?" He goes, "I got a couch out here because I was thinking about you. Maybe you wanted a couch." I looked at him, I was like, "No, I got furniture. I'm good." I was like, "I'm pretty sure there's some people out there would like a couch." He goes, "Oh, I got to take it to the dump. But I thought about you, and I thought maybe you would like a couch. And maybe I would like to take you out to dinner." I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. "Oh, are you married?" I'm like, "No." "Oh, are you in a relationship?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have a boyfriend." "Oh, where's he at?" I'm like, "I gotta get back to work." And I go, "So, but you have a good day."
Right.
I called him. I said, "Babe, I got a stalker." He's like, "Who?" I go, "Some old man." He's all like, "You better watch out." I'm like, "Shut up." He teased me for days for having that old man stalk me.
102-year-old Mr. Periwinkle.
So let me ask y'all this: how much of information do you provide? And give an example, like how you just said something about the stalker. So let's say if you got somebody that tried to talk to you or ask you out for a date, do you tell Barroso every time it's happened, or sometimes you just keep it to yourself, or what?
Nope.
You tell him every time?
I don't keep any secrets from him.
Amen. Okay. Amen.
I tell him everything.
Wow.
And if it's something that if there's something like wrong, he'll ask me and I'll tell him. But other than that, I have nothing to hide.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell him everything when it comes to people that hit on me at school, at work, or that's for an example, or stalkers, or my ex coming, trying to take my kids. I tell him everything.
Oh man, that's
either if I was there or here, you can't keep secrets.
You know what? I gotta praise you for that, because you can't even find people who do that now, even in local cities, to be straight up honest about what's going on with them in a relationship. Everybody say they want somebody 100% honest, but I have, and a lot more people have proven that's an absolute lie. Because for some reason, when you do be 100% honest, for some reason with a lot of people, it makes it worse. You be 100% honest, but you say this is what you want. Okay? Now I understand when you being honest, if you kind of doing dumb shit, and comes to come back saying, "I did this, I did that," then you got to be like, okay, why you keep doing this dumb shit? Why do you keep doing it? Okay? But for some reason, if I lie to you about something that you really want to know, for some reason, you more acceptable to the lie than when I tell you the truth. Prime example, In 2010, I was dating this girl, and I told Tamara this, and I jumped into this relationship because she wanted it. I really didn't want it, but she wanted it, and because she figured that since we know each other, and she really wanted to be with somebody, why not me and her do it? And at first I told her, no, you got to let me think about it. She was like, if you got to think about it, then don't worry about it. I said, no, don't tell me that, because here's the thing. We known each other as friends all this time, but we never went past how would it be like for us dating. We did the sex thing and all that, but we kept the friendship at the friendship. We never talked as boyfriend and girlfriend. So that would be new to me to do this with you, and all we did just have sex, from time here to time there. So you can't just expect me to jump up in it. But I ended up doing it anyway because I figured, what the hell? I know her. And the only flaw she had was she smoked. I don't care too much for a smoker, and she smoked weed and cigarettes. And that's my main thing that I don't like with dealing with females. But however, I try to look past that, and I end up dating her. Well, unfortunately, it didn't last long, which I kind of figured wasn't going to last long at all. And this is what happened. This is where the truth came in. I remember we had got like a snow like a couple of days before. And I still had snow in my driveway. And a friend of mine had came over to visit. Now, this is a friend, we wasn't together, but, we did our thing, too, back in the past. And she came and visit. Now, she called me and told me she was on her way. My girlfriend at the time. She called and said she was on her way. I like, cool. So my friend was there. I told her, no, hey, you stay here and meet her. I ain't got nothing to hide. We ain't doing shit. Stay here and meet her. She was like, no, I'm finna go. I said, all right, cool. So when she got there, I just got open and honest. I said, hey, my friend just left here, I wanted y'all to meet, but she said, she just gonna go ahead and go. She said, yeah, I noticed the tire tracks in your driveway. Now, she got me when she said that. Like, well, you paying attention like that? Damn, okay. Well, I guess I shouldn't have said shit.
I told you, watch your criminal shows, man. I told you about that.
I bullshit you not. She said, and when I told people the story, I said, everybody said something. Damn, she paying attention like that? I said, apparently so. So I told her, hey, a friend came by. She came and visited. I tried to get her to meet you, but she said she had to go. And she asked me, did y'all used to do anything? I said, yeah, we did. And the conversation kind of went left from there. And she was just like, that ain't cool with me, you having somebody here that you already fucked on or whatnot. I said, are you saying I'm posting this my friendship because me and her used to have sex? What am I supposed to do? Now, she said something that she made a point when she said this. She said, what if she come over here one time and she get that urge again to want to fuck you? Then what? I said, you know what? You bring up a good point. But here's one for to get you at right here. Then that would be on me if I choose to let it go that far or not. That would be on me to respect our relationship, not to let it go that damn far. You understand? So if she come to me saying she want to fuck, then that mean the ball is my court. Do I risk losing my relationship and fucking her? Or do I respect it and say, no, we good on that? What we done in the past, that was in the past. But I'm actually with somebody now, so I don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
But even with that, I don't think the answer was good enough. So we end up breaking up, and I was sitting there looking like, what the fuck did I do? Seriously, what did I do? I call myself being honest. Look where it got me. I lost my girlfriend for being honest. There's no evidence so I fucked this girl, nothing. I'm being straight up 100. And I lost my girlfriend from telling the truth. So ever since then, I had said, people say they want people to be 100% honest. But I think that's total bullshit. Because I'm a witness. When I was 100% honest, I still lost my girlfriend. But if I had lied and said it was my homeboy who just left, you would believe that versus me telling you there was actually a female that came.
I think not, this might be a little running astray, but it kind of fits what you're saying. Like, this is the only country where you could tell the truth and still get, charged for this or dull for that. You could be completely honest in this country and you still get the shit end of the stick, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
This is the only, it's not just in relationships, it's everything.
Everywhere, exactly.
Everything. This is the only country that I know of that happens to. And like I said, it's
Exactly.
not just you that you could be 100% honest with all the proof in and you still get caught.
Exactly.
This is the only country. So I think it's more about how part of it is how we were raised to take honesty at face value.
Yeah.
And we as people, me, I'll tell you, you interpret it as you wish. At the end of the day, this is what happened. Believe it, you don't believe it, I'm still gonna sleep at night. I don't know about you, but I'm going to sleep at night. Because my
Right.
conscience tells me I'm right. My conscience, it may sound a little sociopathic and a little like narcissistic, but it's kind of like, maybe you just can't handle, maybe for once in your life you were wrong.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Me, I'm a hard person to debate, in instances like that. Because it's like, we have instances at work where it's kind of like, who's telling the truth? I always say, it's three sides of the truth. A being the truth. And besides, you got the cameras. Go ahead, check the cameras. Let me know I'm wrong or right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And my little friend that I was talking to y'all about earlier,
Yes.
I remember last week or either week before last, we were sending messages back and forth through Instagram. Because on Instagram now you can send voice messages like Facebook do now. And I remember on one of the messages I was sending, a text came through and it was talking, and it was sex new message received from son or son. And I had to cut the message off because they were finna give out this person's number. And they asked me the question. They said, "How you gonna have other females texting you while you sending me messages?" They said, "Are you talking to other females? You got that from hearing a text or whatnot?" So I said, "Well, you say talking to other females. Are you talking about far as do I have other females that I'm talking to far as friends, or are you asking do I have other females that I'm talking to as cut buddies or fuck buddies? Which one is it? Because in this era, sometimes you got to be specific when you ask questions like that. Do I talk to females as my friend females, or am I talking to other females as females that I'm fucking?" So which one are you asking about? And she came back and said, "Oh, you using that fuck term too loosely, so." I said, "Well, let's not get it twisted. Of course, I have female friends. So, and the reason I cut that message out, okay, if you get ready to say the number. Not saying you're going to stalking about it, whatnot, but the fact is, just like I'm going to respect you, not let nobody get your number, unless you choose to give it out. I'm going to respect them the same way. You understand? So I just figured that was funny that, I got asked that question. And my bonus about it is because you heard a message come through the phone. So, and I think with both of us, we both have, I guess, our insecurities in areas. Because if y'all was to see this woman, amazingly beautiful. Amazingly, I mean, this woman is...
They always say sometimes it's the, as some would say, the highly attractive ones with the highest insecurities.
And I'm thinking of seeing it because she does have them. And this woman is amazingly beautiful. I mean, I dare would say she got a face of a goddess, But yeah. I don't like to use that term that God putting God up in and all that. But, she's a very beautiful individual. The face just make you die for. I remember one time she sent me a video. And I asked her this question. I already knew the answer, but I wanted to see what she gonna be straight up with me. I said, you have an amazing face. I said, why you never show your body, your full body, when you do these videos? And I have to admit, I admire her for what she did. She came out, she told the truth. She said, I'm self-conscious about my body since I gained weight. I said, you know what? I kind of figured out what it was. Because I seen the old picture of her and versus her now. I mean, ain't like she just big and sloppy and out of shape. She ain't nothing like that, you know? But I'd have seen her whole body before. And I mean, I don't think she just too big like she putting it like she is. But she is insecure about she has gained weight. And I seen the old picture that she put up versus now. And man, just like I told her, that old picture, you still like that now. Probably nobody can tell you shit. You probably be so high maintenance, have your nose all up in the air, could nobody tell you nothing. But I guess I understand now because I know women, and Sylvia, you can say something about this. Y'all have a big issue about y'all weight. Why is that? Even when some of y'all are shapely nice, y'all still think y'all fat some way. Why is that?
Go.
I guess because of the 20 years that I was with my ex, he always put me down.
Oh, okay.
And I'm very insecure about my body, about everything. I was telling my mom, I'm ugly. I don't know what you're talking about. I got hit with an ugly stick. He's like, shut up. You're not ugly. You're beautiful. Because I love you the way you are. I sometimes I just want to cut my hair, dye my hair, try new makeup. And he won't. He's like, I love you the way you are. I don't want you to change anything.
I'm glad you said this because I go through this a lot too. That's why I asked the question one day, you know, can you really deal with somebody that's insecure, or would you be in a relationship with somebody that's insecure? And here's the thing. I had women in my life that I like them just the way they are because I know my preference. You know, I'm not really into skinny chicks. I like thick chicks. But at the same time, I'm not going to encourage her to stay thick. I mean, because, you know, number one killer, especially in my community, neck of the woods, is obesity.
Yeah.
And y'all can look at me. I'm a thick brother.
Yeah, you're packing a few pounds, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
When I met Chris, to be honest with you, Chris, I was 250 pounds when I met him. When I got here, before I left South Dakota to come here to visit with him, I weighed again at 245. I was losing weight.
Okay.
Then I went back, and me and my daughter had got strep. Well, she got strep. And I haven't weighed myself since then. And the lady goes, she's like, do you want to weigh yourself? I was like, sure, I haven't even weighed myself. I went down to 221. And then I went back to go weigh myself again because I had an issue with my foot. As of now, I think I weigh 217. And this is when I got back from New York. I went and got a job because when I was here before, I wasn't working. I had lost my job. I lost my car. I bought a car when I got back. Before that, I started working. I was walking to and from work every day because I had found out that I had a mild heart attack when I started working again. And Dr. Bailey goes, you need to start working out. He goes, we're going to run some tests to see if you have any blockage in your heart. So they ran tests, found out there was no blockage. I just needed to exercise. So I would walk to and from work every day. And I did that for 2 months straight until I got the car.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Bailey's like, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm fine. I haven't had no problems. I work every day. It's like working in a gas station. You're constantly moving, constantly. So yeah, I've seen pictures of me when I used to be big until now. Total change.
Well, bless your heart, dear. Congratulations. Keep striving to get it down. Like I said, I definitely need to lose some. But like I said, like a thin chick is not really my thing. I actually like thick chicks, and that's one of the attractions that drew me to the young lady who I'm telling you about now.
You get more to love.
I'm guessing that's what it is. And you know what? And the funny thing about it, I was one of them knuckleheads when I was young. Be like, man, I don't want no thick chick. I don't want no thick chick. I want the Coke bottle, hourglass shaped chick, and all this stuff. But I'm gonna tell you what turned me out. Why I like thick chicks now. I will never forget it. I was 18 and this woman was 24. I was staying with my mama, and that woman came over to the house, and Michael Jackson made the perfect song. He said, "You rock my world," because that woman sure did. And from then, there, you know, I'm like, hey, this the shit. Fuck what somebody talking about. But at the same time, though, like I said, though, this is not something that I want to encourage anybody to do, is to stay big. You know, if we can get together and be each other backbone and inspiration, we can make it happen. We can make it happen, you know. And
it's kind of funny how there's certain girls that are out there that are like really thick, and it's like they have a rockin' body, man, and they can really rock some outfits. I'm like, yeah, I couldn't rock that like you do, man. I was like, girl, you got that. I mean, you got that back down. I go, nah, I couldn't rock it. I look awkward in that outfit.
And see, it's just like I was finna tell y'all, you know, and that's how I met the person who I'm telling y'all about. I met them, I was doing a stream, and I saw they came up to my stream. As a matter of fact, I was out of town doing the stream. I was in New Jersey. And this person, they came to the stream. And I said something about, I like thick chicks. Shout out to the thick chicks. And she came in and said, thick girl here. I said, oh, is that right? And that's what really like, okay, well, let me see what you about. This is, you said that, then let me see what you are about. And like I said, man, you know, everything was cool in the beginning, like it always be. It's cool in the beginning, but for some reason, you know,
they call it the honeymoon stage.
Yeah, everything was cool in the beginning. It was cool in the beginning, but you know, later on, cause it's one of them things that, okay, we be talking, we'll stop for a minute, we'll talk again, we'll stop for a minute, we talk again, and we stop for a minute, which is still kind of going like that now. But at this point, it seemed like that we more serious. At least that's the way it's supposed to be. But still, it just little things that I feel just need to be addressed before they get to be too big at the end. And I just feel that sometimes when I speak on what I feel was going on, I'm not being heard, you know, or I'm being heard, but it's being swept under the rug. You understand?
Yeah, so that sometimes happens, you know. It's kind of like when you really should be paid attention to, you never are. And then when it comes up later on, whether unexpectedly or expectedly, you're kind of like, could have sworn we talked about this some time
exactly.
ago. Oh, wait a minute. This might be an echo. I feel like I said this before.
Right.
I feel like I'm playing a broken record. Like, really, some of these people, they need to, like, you know what? Pay attention.
Right. And right. And you know, like I told y'all before we got cut off, you know, I just hope we can get back to how it was in the beginning, you know, always the laughing, the joking, just having fun conversations and this, that, and third, and just listen when I bring up something that I'm saying that you're doing. It's like deja vu. I mean, just listen. And I'll do the same for you, you know, just let me, if it's something that I done that bothers you, then speak on it. Don't wait till I call you out on something, and then just like the conversation tonight. Don't wait till I call you out on something, and then want to say that, well, you did this. Did you feel like that was cool and this, that, and third? See, now we getting off what I addressed here. We need to focus on what I addressed first. And once we focus on that, then let's get on with what I did that you didn't like. But if that's your thing of dealing with something I'm bringing to your attention because I don't like what I've seen, is to throw out something that I did, we're not going to get anywhere. And I hope she listened to this. We're not going to get anywhere with that. If it's something I'm doing that you didn't like, man, holler at me. You know I would listen to you. But
you only apologize for what you do. You know you can't apologize for something.
Yeah, I can't read your mind.
Exactly. You only say sorry when you did something wrong. But if you know, it's like somebody may take it, but they guys, like you said, they gotta speak up on it, or else you're gonna assume everything is fine.
Mm-hmm. Because I check this out, and check this out, because this is one of the things that got me in the conversation that we had. What I had brought up was the flirting thing. That's what caused the conversation. Because I see this person that she be flirting with, and I can see this, and I can hear it. And me personally, I just feel like that's totally disrespectful. If you're doing this and you know and I can see this and hear this, you being totally disrespectful now. What is your aim here? And then tonight in the conversation, she admitted, yeah, we flirt here and there. But it's way more than here and there. It's like every time this cat come around, it's like you glow up like a glowworm. And I don't even get that same from you anymore. But when this person come around, you glow up like a glowworm. And it just takes off from there. And like I said, I held my tongue for the longest. I said nothing. I held my tongue until that big bang came. And I said, you know what? Okay, I'm finna go ahead and address this. And when I addressed it, now keep in mind, I appreciate her being honest. But still, it's fucked up what you're doing at the same time. And you know me, you supposed to try to build something. But she comes to me and say, well, who's that on your show last night? And I told who it was. Her name is Tamara. She's from Canada. I'm not flirting with her. You didn't hear me flirt with her. We just had a simple show. Ma'am, that's all it was, a simple show.
I was a witness.
Right. Just a simple show. Even when she said, Chris, you could be my husband. I didn't entertain that because I respect what we got.
That was just a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke, but I'm saying though, even if I entertain it, I would feel like I'd probably be kind of disrespectful.
You can't even, you can't give false hopes and false impressions.
Exactly. Thank you.
Because it's like some women in their head, they start getting ideas.
Right. And
it's kind of like, yeah, just keep it as
overthinking.
Right, because I'm glad you said it, because some people do stuff and make it think that they all playing, but if you entertain it, they be dead serious. If you entertain it, they be dead serious. Then it turns into I was just playing. But if you allow it to,
it's the 3 words of death: hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, well said. So they brought that up, and what they said behind it. So you feel like it was cool to have her do this show versus somebody that you've been talking to long term. Now, here's the deal. I give credit where credit due. If you make a good point, you make a good point. But here's where I debunked that point. And I told her, there was one video I made when I said I was going to talk about relationship and stuff. You came in the comment section and you said, I thought me and you could do a show like that. And I told you no. And the reason I told her no, because this little thing I'm seeing you going on with this other dude, how you going to sit up there flirting with this dude and this, that, other, but then want to come on my show and talk about relationship? That don't look right. Not to me, it don't. It don't look right.
Honestly, it makes her look like a hypocrite.
Thank you. So that's why I said no. But however, I did turn around and say, well, then again, maybe it might not be such a bad idea for us to do this. It might not be such a bad idea. After that, nothing else was said about that. So if you don't say anything else about it, then I cannot read your mind. You know when I go live. You know what I talk about. You know when I do videos. You know what I talk about. You had every opportunity to say, hey, you know what? Let us do a show together and talk about relationships. Let me give my thoughts on it because, you know how it is. I've been married for 17 years. So I can give you something to talk about on your show. All right, fine, let's do it. But you never done it. But now you want to bring it up because I called you out on something. Again, that doesn't work like that. If it was a problem that you heard this woman on my platform, then you could have hit me up then and said, hey, you know what, I don't even like that for real. Because, I asked you about that, Chris. Why you didn't call me to do it? And you know what? I could have been like, you know what, you got a point, maybe I should have. But now, here's the thing, like I told her, the reason we got in that conversation, because I was acknowledging you. I didn't tell her your name or nothing, but I was acknowledging you. Meaning, I put up a post saying that I can't believe me, Chris Thorns, the way I talk about relationships and marriages, that I actually got feelings for somebody. I can't believe this shit. Am I going crazy? Right, Sylvia. Am I going crazy? And she came and asked, who's the lucky lady? She keeping it respectful. Who's the lucky lady? And I told her, due to certain stuff, we are keeping it private now. We're keeping it private. So I'm still showing respect to what me and you got, and I even flirt with this woman.
Does she understand you're a private person?
Yes, she does. Yes.
I mean, it's because it's kind of like, to me, from what I'm gathering, she's kind of blowing that off. Because it's kind of like, fuck it, I want the spotlight. Because she, maybe somewhere she feels like, what about me? Hello, hi, you remember me? Something like to that effect, And it's kind of like maybe she feels a little, like she got a little salty that you did the show with Tamara instead of her.
And you know what? And I think she making it known that she did. I'm thinking she making it known that she did. And like I said, I don't have a problem with it. But at the same time, though, again, why bring up issue when I call you out on something? Again, that's not how shit works.
That's like calling the kettle black to some extent.
Yeah, that's not how stuff works or whatnot.
Because it's like she's making herself look bad, waiting for you to take her to task for something, and then she wants to throw this at you. It's kind of like, where was this before?
Thank you.
Where was this before? And it's kind of like, you want to be aggressive about something at the same time. You're taking a passive role. That's the passive aggressive bullshit,
Mm-hmm.
It's like
exactly.
It's like I tell people, this may come up as a little brash, but you can't be a Christian and you can't be pro-abortion at the same time. You got to be one or the other. That's how I look at it.
Right. So, other than that, though, even behind closed doors, it has shown that I'm still respecting what we have,
Right.
But, like I said, y'all, after tonight's conversation, I can't just really say where we at right now. I don't know where we are, but I do believe in when there's a will, there's a way. So something bound to happen,
Can I give you, can I show you a little brotherly love here?
Go ahead.
It's like, listen, you're a growing public figure. You know what I mean? You're a growing public figure, and I'm just worried that one of these days, one of these, I guess fly-by nights, or one of these females gonna try to tarnish your reputation. You know what I mean? That's what I'm concerned with. It's kind of like they try to soothe their way into your life, and then when you do something wrong, or they feel you did something wrong, well, I'm gonna put this motherfucker out there. He did.
Yeah,
this,
you know
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're a growing public figure, man. You're only getting bigger. The only direction you going is up, man. And that's what I'm saying. For me, if I was in your shoes, I'd be a little careful. That's all I'm saying.
And I feel you on that, but I don't really see that with this person. I don't. But then again, at the same time, I still stick with this. I don't put this past nobody. But at the same time, even with that, you know, I got to give you something for you to put out there. And right now, there's nothing out there you can put out on me that I probably ain't said myself. You know,
No,
so
of course. You know, I mean,
yeah.
hell, everything's documented and recorded, so you know, what's there to hide from it? You know,
right? You know, but I would give her the benefit of the doubt. Say that she's
but
not.
also it's kind of like, do you really need the headaches too? Because it's kind of like, for me, I always say, if you're not going to be part of the solution, don't be a part of the problem. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Exactly. If you're going to be part, you know, if you're going to help me build, you're going to help me, you're going to have my back, then great. If not, just get out the way.
And you know what? Well said.
Well
said. And that's kind of like how I left the conversation. It was something like that or close to that, but not exactly those words. You understand? So you right on the money, man. And I have heard that females have done this to certain public figures, that if they don't get their way.
If you want better examples, look at pro sports athletes. I mean, look,
shit.
Kevin Garnett, his baby mama won $200,000 a month for child support. This came out yesterday. $200,000 a month for child support for what? Because he's doing good in life, or he did good in his NBA career, and now you salted because you couldn't do no better. Man, get out of here.
Wow, now that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's why, but it goes to my point. You know, it's kind of like you're going to have that one who's going to try to take you down, and it's not. Yeah, you know, things you say, but it's at the same time, it's like, do you really want those headaches? Do you really want the aggravation of sitting there trying to say, or trying to interpret to people, like, you know, this is not what I really meant. What I meant was, you know, A through Z, you know? Now, if you really want those headaches from somebody who basically is insignificant compared to you, you know, it's kind of like, you got to be on my level, you know? Because it's like, what do you got to bring to the table?
Right.
What do you got to bring? You know, if you're going to bring me headaches, just go away. Get out of here, you know?
Right. So, in closing,
yes.
And I thank y'all again so much for wanting to do this with me again. I want y'all to kind of give the people an idea. And I'm going to ask y'all again before y'all even just met. Tell them some of the creative things you were telling me that y'all used to do, man, to keep this thing afloat. Because I remember one thing you said, like, if you go eat dinner, you would have on video and y'all eat dinner together, man. I said, man, that's fucking creative, man. Who could get more creative than that? So tell us some more some creative things y'all did to keep what y'all have afloat until y'all finally met each other for the first time. What were all some of the creative things y'all did?
He took me on that virtual date to the pool hall.
For real?
Yeah, he did. He set his phone up against, because now that I was at the pool hall, I realized where he would set me up at. And it would point towards the pool hall, and I could see him just playing pool, and I'm just sitting there and just watching him play pool.
How cool is that? Now, what about movies and things like that? How did y'all do that, or did y'all do movie
He's
nights?
He's not really into movies.
Oh, really?
No, he's not.
There's nothing that really catches my eye
or anything. So
Okay.
I can be at home. I can watch a movie. He'll be sitting there playing Farm Saga or Cookie Jam, and he'd be like, Dave, what you watching? Oh, Final Destination. He's all like, really? Didn't they stop making those already? I'm like, yeah, it is. And, you know, my kids will come in. He'd be like, what's up, Chris? My daughter. Yo. It's just like, it's just like if I were living with him. You know, but we're thousands of miles away. And it didn't even matter. It's like, I'll prop him up and I'll be folding clothes, and he'd be like, babe, what are you doing? Laundry. Got to get the kids' school clothes ready. And, oh, okay. I mean, it's just normal stuff we do if we were apart or together.
Well, I say this right here. Bless your hearts that y'all making it working, and y'all still going strong. Hey, maybe y'all give the motivation that other people need. If they dealing with somebody that's out of state that really want to make it work, y'all will probably be an inspiration to other people who are doing this, and they probably look at y'all and say, hey, if y'all making it work, the things y'all did, then I'm pretty much sure we can make it work as well. But like Tamara said, it takes patience and it takes time. That's the two main things it takes. And she say trust. I agree with that too. And that's probably another issue on me because I don't trust so easy. And I only trust you to an extent. Okay. There's not many people who I say I trust fully 100%. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. But just like me and Tamara said, in this era, you can't be too trusting with people because as soon as you do it, that's when you get fucked up. And I'm trying to prevent that from happening, even with this friend that I'm telling y'all about. I'm even trying to prevent this from happening of being too trusting. Okay, and because as soon as I do it, shit can go left real quick. So I only trust you just enough. Just enough.
You know the saying goes, it takes a long time to build and easy to destroy.
Easy to destroy. Exactly.
That's the worst part about it. You know, it's like you invest all this time, you make one minor slip up, and what happens?
And you know what? And that's a sad thing. It takes so long to build up something, but it can easily be so broken. That is so sad. It is so sad because the second time around, you're going to really have a hard time rebuilding that trust back second time around. Guys, thank y'all so much. If y'all want to give out some last words, man, go ahead and do it. And I really appreciate this again, y'all. Thank y'all so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, man.
So any last words for the people who's doing a long distance thing?
Just communicate. Just keep that bond. And just keep pushing it forward. I mean, that's what we're doing, just being strong, whether it's here or miles away. And we communicate every morning. I get up, get my kids ready. I get on my phone. Morning, babe. I love you. Getting the kids ready. Just to let you know, I go to work at so-and-so time. I'm going to go back to bed for a little bit. I love you, miss you. And then he'll text me when he gets up. Love you, babe. Love you. Miss you. You know, it's the same thing. And then once I get to work, I'm at work. I'll text you when I get on break. And when I was doing my overnights, I would call him in the back because I would work from midnight to 8. So I have to go in the back, take a break, and I call him, "What's up, babe?"
That is
He's
so
like,
cool.
Slow? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty much slow. Sometimes I'll take him out on the floor with me while I'm mopping. He'll sit there and watch me. You have to.
That right there is so cool, but some people are afraid of doing that because they feel like they're gonna be a bugaboo, and I guess in a sense I can understand. But you have to be open-minded that you not gonna have a chance to talk every second, every minute, every hour. So if you do have that brief moment, take some time to text. Say, hey, what's going on? Take a time and make a quick phone call. Say, hey, what's up? You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think you being a bugaboo for doing that. You know, I think the only time somebody may consider you a bugaboo if they got short patience. Then I can say they probably say, you being a bugaboo, stop calling me all the time. You know, and that make people feel shitty. But if you somebody who welcomes it, and that's who you really want it from, that person who you like, you love, who you care for, then that won't even cross your mind about them being a bugaboo. Because
and sometimes when he's working, I'm like, I'm sorry to bug you, babe. I just want to tell you I love you and miss you. And I guess you're busy and you can't talk. And about an hour later, he's like, no, it's okay. You can bug me. I love you. And it's back and forth.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't want to bug you, but yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, and then hopefully, if it's not with this person, I can get somebody who think of me enough like that. You know, at least to call to say, hey, I'm thinking about you, because y'all just don't know, a little can go a long way. A little can go a long way. Just to say,
that's what they usually say.
Yeah. And just to say, you know, hey, I just hear you up saying I'm thinking about you, or I love you, something like that, man, that could put a smile on a lot of people's face, you know. And you could pretty much be like, hey, you just made my day by doing that. So appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, but other than that, guys, thank y'all so much. I think I finally got sleepy now. So hopefully I can go to sleep now because I've been trying to go to sleep all damn day and couldn't do it. And like I said, and the reason I couldn't because the situation, it was just heavy on my heart. But now that I finally talked to that person about this situation, it'll calm me down a little bit. Now, what happens from here, I just have to see what happens from here. But I'm a little better now that I got it out of my system because usually I'm not the one to talk about stuff. I suppress myself and just let it build up. And I know that's a bad thing because, like I told Tamara, was it Tamara I told? It might have been her. I said, when I do that, I give out lashings. And I give out lashings to the wrong person that didn't deserve me lashing out at them. And all it is just built up anger. And that's one thing I'm trying to work on me is stop building up anger so much and try to be more expressive. But like I told y'all though, but if you trying to be expressive and you feel like that person just taking your feelings and sweeping under the rug, then it would have seemed like that you ain't got no choice but to suppress yourself back up because you're not listening. You're not listening, so that's how I feel about it, but again, like I say, who knows where it's going to go from here, I can hope for the best. I guess.
Dude, I always say, let her give you a direction to go. Move on, try to carry it on, make something of it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I always ask for a direction. Either exit or continue going.
And that's where I'm at now, If we can find some way to keep it going and try to come to some kind of solution to be better with communicate with each other, I can see it growing. But at the way that we going now, that we only got a lot of words to say when somebody get upset at somebody, that's not going anywhere. At this point, we ain't doing it but making enemies out of each other now. And it's slowly going to turn into, well, I did care for you at one time, but now I just hate your fucking guts. And I don't want to go through that, tell nobody I hate them.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, do you stop it before it gets worse? That's the whole, do you stop it before it gets there? Because the one thing you don't want to have is resentment, Resentment, that's the worst feeling, when you resent anybody.
Exactly.
I'm the kind of, there's only one person in my life I resent. I think most people know who that is, but that's besides that. But, it's like, it's kind of like, what did you do to try to fix such issue? Did you try to be less of a selfish person? Did you try to, like meet halfway sort of ordeal,
Mm-hmm.
But I think, I think we have this, society's kind of like, people act like we owe them something. I don't owe anybody anything.
Yeah, you got a lot of people like that. They feel like you owe them, the world owe them, and you obligated to kiss their ass, and I don't kiss nobody's ass, and I don't look forward for nobody kissing mine either. This not a kissing ass game. We too grown for that, so we can go on with that, and yeah, so but other than that, y'all guys, thank y'all so much. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all. What time is it there?
Oh goodness, 3:45 in the morning.
Okay, so you 2 hours ahead or an hour ahead or whatnot. Thank y'all so much. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all morning, y'all
Thank
day.
you for having
Hey,
us.
thank y'all for wanting to do this, and thank y'all for watching the show. And
Yeah, because I was like, she said, if you watch, I listened in, and I was like, you know what? Let's see if we can do this before she leaves.
And I'm glad y'all did. As a matter of fact, I might need to do more shows like this with people talking about relationship. As a matter of fact, Tamara hit me up a couple of hours ago. She said she got a topic about abusive, and I think she may have been in a real bad abusive relationship, and I guess she just want to get it out there or whatnot. And I said, look, let's do it. I'm all about versatile topics. If you got topics that can get me away from the news, I'm down to do it. I'm down to do it. And abusive relationships and stuff like this, I think these are good topics to have.
You know what it is too, because I think maybe one of your own followers may, I'm sure will be like, I know somebody, or they themselves have been part of an abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It'll open up a lot of old wounds, but it's kind of good to get it out there in a sense, because kind of like, in some sense, it helps them get, to closure.
Yeah.
It's like hearing objective point of views, sometimes when you talk to strangers or, people you don't know too well, that fear of judgment decreases as opposed to somebody, I don't know, in your own family per se.
Mm-hmm.
They're the family's first one to critique you for the work, absolute worst reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't shy from, I distance myself from my family for all the right reasons, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
But that's besides that. But like,
Right.
like you said, versatile topics, different views, the support too, you never know where you're going to get your support system.
And I'm glad you said that about support, because to my little friend, I mean, she actually is a great supporter. She is. Ashley, my backup channel, she's part of the reason that it got kind of the way it is. I haven't done nothing in a while. I put some over there then and there, but since my main channel been open, I just been doing stuff on my main channel now. But like when I started out the backup channel, she was the reason why it got this. It got a lot of subscribers that it does, and I think it gets up to like 325 or 326 or something like that. And that's not bad for that channel just starting off the way it is. Because I just created that channel probably a month or two ago, and her support that she did, got that channel boosted up. So that's a good thing. So, like I said, bro, so hopefully between me and her, when the smoke clears, because right now it's smoke right now. When the smoke clears,
you'll know where to go.
Yeah, we'll know where to go, and hopefully we can just talk and set some boundaries, and maybe we can start doing shows too, me and that person, But right now there's tension in the air, there's smoke in the air, so I think we both just need to sit back and let the smoke clear, let the tension air out, and just see where it goes from there, man. The best, like I said, I can only hope for the best. Hope for the best.
Yeah, basically fall back and just let go where let the cards fall where they may.
Yes, sir. But other than that, though, I continue to wish y'all the best, and I hope y'all keep going strong. I think y'all a lovely couple. And if y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about, man, hey, don't hesitate to hit me up, man. I'll be glad to open it up. If I got the time, I'll open this up, man, do it pre-recorded, load it up, and see what the other people think. But other than that, y'all, thank y'all so much. Love y'all. Y'all take care.
Always put it out there, I guess the old saying goes, you can't hit a home run if you're not swinging the bat,
I love y'all, man, and y'all, please, y'all take care, and I will talk to y'all next time.
All right, man. Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. We'll talk soon.
All right, brother.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Bye, Sylvia.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, another show about relationship. That's an actual long-distance relationship couple. I am very honored that they wanted to come on the show and do a second round. Me personally, I think they're a lovely couple, and that is beautiful that they going strong like that. I think that's a beautiful thing. And for those of you out there who are doing long-distance relationships, hopefully they could be an inspiration to y'all. It's probably going to be tough, stringy, or whatever you want to call it. But if they can make it work, I'm pretty much sure me, you, and whoever that's involved with anybody that's long distance, I'm sure we can make it work as well. Your man, Chris Thorns. I'm about to go to bed. Tell me what y'all think about this. And I want to have more shows like this, bringing people on, let them talk about relationships and whatever they want to talk about, because I think it's kind of fun to do. All right? Other than that, though, love y'all. Peace out. I'm out.